nothing but ravage and death. Starting with the American-imposed Iran-Iraq war, which claimed a million innocent lives between both nations, to President Howard Walker Bush exhorting the Iraqis to rebel against Saddam Hussein by supporting them, and then allowing Saddam to crush the popular uprisings which took thousands of lives, to President Clinton's deadly sanctions against the innocent Iraqis for years during the 90s, to President George W. Bush's 2003 war, followed by President Obama's accidental fire on Iraqis as they were battling ISIS. Millions upon millions of innocent Iraqi lives have been taken by American lies. Mr. President, we don't need your help in Iraq. Our populations lived in peace for centuries as Arabs and non. As Muslims, Jews, and Christians, populations knew how to coexist until the United States started to install Western puppets to lead our nation. Mr. President, I plead to you, hands off Iraq, hands off Iran. We don't need more death. No war with Iran. No war with Iran. No war with Iran. As Iraqis, we know firsthand what ruthless American sanctions do to a population. I remember as a kid, we used to come protest right over here. We used to hold signs, and I still have the memory of it in my head, that every 19 seconds, an infant in Iraq died to a common illness like the flu due to the sanctions. Sanctions aren't helping to overthrow Iran's government, but they are torturing the innocent Iranian populations. Mr. President, stop the sanctions, lift the sanctions. Sanctions are acts of war, and no war with Iran. No war with Iran. No war with Iran. We talked about the past, now it's time to speak about the future. Iran is our neighbor and our friend. A good future for Iraq is an Iraq that hosts all its neighbors in peace. A good future for Iraq is an independent Iraq that welcomes tourists and business people from the United States and Europe. A good future for Iraq does not include an Iraq that hosts wars between the United States and Iran or others. Mr. President, no war with Iran. No war with Iran.
No war with Iran.
Whenever I speak with my cousins in Iraq, I always let them know that America is not the government, nor is a Hollywood. It's all these beautiful faces of peace over here. Thank you very much.